Okay, so in today's video, I want to talk about building the perfect contact form. Because if you think about it, your contact form is kind of the front door of your business. It's the door that lets everyone in. And I've been doing this for 10 plus years, and I can guarantee you that there's things on your contact form right now that are actually deterring couples. So I want to dive into our contact form because I have spent so many years just fine-tuning every little detail and just to make it perfect, to optimize the right amount of target brides coming in and inquiring with you and eventually booking you. So what I want to do is walk through our contact form and talk about every aspect and why I chose it. So let's dive in right now. Okay, so here we have our contact form. And what I want to talk about first is the design. Always aim for simplicity. If you look at our contact form, there's not a whole lot going on. There's not multiple colors. There's not like a ton of text. It's just simple. And when a bride comes to your contact form, if there's tons of text everywhere and colors, it's going to turn them away and make them not want to inquire. So make sure that your contact form is simple. Then the next thing I have right away is full name. You don't want to just put name, you want to put full name, because if you just put name, most people will just put their first name. And then also you want to get their fiance's full name. Again, really important to put full name. And then kind of obvious things, but may not be, things like your email, their phone number. This one is really important, their phone number, because I do sales calls with every single one of our couples or discovery calls. And having this phone number right off the bat makes it really easy to do those calls. And you want to make pretty much everything on your contact form a required field, because if you don't really need them to put it, why is it on your contact form? So make sure everything is required. And then we have this section called How Did You Find Out About Us? I love having this, and if you don't have it on your contact form, you really should. The reason is because you know where your inquiries are coming from. If they're coming from YouTube, you know, man, I need to post way more on YouTube. Or if they're coming from Instagram, you're like, okay, whatever I'm doing on Instagram is really working. So we have a couple things here. We have Google, Facebook, Instagram, the Knot, Wedding Wire, Yelp, YouTube, vendor referral, client referral, other, or unknown. So these are all really, really solid options that you can use to have people say where they found you from. And then right here, we just have a simple drop down, interested in. Photography, film or photography, mentor session, and at the time when this was built, we were doing both photo and film, but right now we're just doing films. So whatever you offer in your packages, make sure you have a drop down here. You could have something like interested in weddings or elopements, or interested in, films or mentor sessions, things like that. And then you always want to have this thing right here that has their event date, so you can kind of check if you're free or not. And then as well as the location, where they're getting married, the wedding venue, and the style of wedding. So this is really, really big because we only take a few weddings a year, and I want to make sure that the style of their wedding really matches the style that we want to shoot in 2021 or 2022 or 2024. And so by having the style of the wedding there, it really helps you kind of sift through, is this a target couple or not? So the next thing we have here are Instagram handles. Now, this has really been a game changer for me because I want to make sure that when I'm embarking on an upcoming year that I'm shooting mostly my target couples. As I've talked about in the past, it's so much better and easier to scale your business when most of the weddings you shoot, edit, and post are your target couples. But the question is, well, how do I know if this potential couple's my target couple? Like, do I do a long phone call but then what if after the phone call I decide, they're not really a good fit? Well, this is the best way to find out, is via their Instagram handles, because you can get a really good idea of who a person is based on their Instagram. So put in the Instagram handles. That has helped me a ton figure out, hey, would I do a really good job at this couple's wedding? Or should I refer them to someone else who I know that's more their style and they would do an amazing, amazing job? So Instagram handles, and then also I like to keep it really simple. So I just have two kind of open-ended questions at the bottom. I like to not keep it huge because you don't want to scare people away from inquiring, but you also don't want to put nothing in terms of open-ended questions because you want to kind of get a feel is this bride invested enough to actually take some time and fill this out, or is this groom invested enough to take some time and fill fill out these paragraph sections. So I like to keep it simple. What do you like about our work? Because that tells me, hey, they noticed X, Y, and Z things, and those are things in my work that I'm really passionate about, and those are things that I want to do more of. And so it really allows me to say, hey, is this a good fit or not? And then tell us your story. I love that open-ended question because it helps me see their heart. It helps me see, hey, how invested are they in storytelling? If they just do like a one-word response, that kind of tells me, maybe they wouldn't be that good of a fit because they really don't have a good idea of their story. But if they tell me a couple paragraphs or even a solid paragraph about how they met and what they want in a wedding film and what they really like about our work, that gets me really excited to talk with them on the phone and do a discovery call and see if we're even a good fit after that. But all of these things in the contact form, I've taken things out, I've added things, I've messed with this so many times, and this whole contact form flow has worked insanely well for me, for our company year after year, and it's optimized for bookings. So that's why we have each one of these sections. Feel free to actually just copy this contact form if you want to. It works, it's simple, and really you can just plug and play and you'd be good to go. Now, you may be thinking, how do we kind of lay this all out? Is this a plugin or did we do this manually? So what I actually use, what Forestry uses, is Honeybook. Now, Honeybook is where we run our entire company through, and they have an amazing integration with any website, with Wix, Squarespace, Webflow, WordPress, anything imaginable, where you make the contact form on Honeybook and it integrates with your website. And you can customize the colors, the fonts, all that stuff. So basically, when someone contacts us through this contact form on our website, it goes straight into the Honeybook backend, and I can see all the details about their project, this potential couple. I can see if it conflicts with any dates, and if the couple decides to book, Honeybook has all their information from the contact form, and I can just send them a proposal straight from Honeybook and do payments and everything like that. So if you're not using Honeybook, I would massively suggest that you use it. There's actually a code in the description where if you sign up using my code, you get 50% off for a whole year. Now, Honeybook is, I've run our business with it for 2+ years or even longer than that, and I couldn't imagine doing business without it. So definitely check it out. And yeah, that is how we do our contact form. And also, if you're interested, I just put out an ebook on how to raise your prices as a wedding filmmaker without losing bookings, without decreasing your leads, and it works. This is what I've used to raise my prices year after year. It's gonna pop up right here. Be sure to grab it. And this is our contact form and how we do things. Let me know in the comments if you found something really helpful in your contact form. I'm always looking for new ways to beef it up and make it better. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this video, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.